Now, defiant traders who will return onto the streets around the Ashiaman market will have to face off with a task force constituted to rid the streets of hawkers. This follows the death of one person last Thursday when a truckload of cement blocks rammed into a crowd of traders close to the market. Authorities of the Ashiaman Municipal Assembly say the 30-man task force will conduct all-day patrols all week while efforts to relocate traders are finalized. There's more in this report by Komla Adam.
It's Sunday, but unlike many parts of the capital, the Ashiaman market is buzzing with activities. Here at the market area, commuters are competing with one another for space. This time, hawking activity is limited, especially on the stretch where a truckload of cement blocks rammed into a crowd of traders, killing one. A number of dark blue uniformed men in the bucket of a pickup vehicle speed past me. Others in yellow reflector jackets wielding whips back out instructions to commuters and traders to move away from the fringes of a road stretch. Right here at the spot where last week's accident occurred involving a truck carrying a stockpile of blocks ramming into a number of traders who had put their wares up on display right here, the Municipal Assembly has instituted a task force to ensure that the traders or the hawkers do not return to this particular area, right from the traffic light down there and into the market. Since we've been here, we've seen a number of the task force members patrolling the stretch, ensuring that these traders do not return to this area. Authorities at the Ashiaman Municipal Assembly say the 30-man task force will not relent until the last trader gets off the street. They have intensified their patrols on this stretch following reports some traders are planning to return here. Some traders here say the presence of the task force members has brought some sanity onto the usually crowded streets. But for the accident, the traders would have inundated the streets. The task force has also intensified their patrols, warding off hawkers. It's actually decongested this area. The task force has begun on a good note. Member of Parliament for Ashiaman, Ernest Nogbe, tells me the task force measure will be sustained while plans are finalized to permanently rid the streets of traders.
The Chief Executive has been trying so hard to decongest Ashiaman, including myself. But now, per what happened, we don't have any other option than to make sure we intensify our position and make sure that we sack everybody from that particular place, especially the government school. We are trying. I had a conversation with the chief executive that we are going to move the school to a very prominent location so that we can use the yard as a market center for businesses to take place. The concern, though, for many of these traders is that yes, they have to pay something small for these stores, but a lot of the times the amounts that they are required to pay is a bit on the higher side. That's why they prefer to be on the roads and pay 2 cedi, 1 cedi tolls instead of paying like a substantial amount of money for the shed. What is the plan to ensure that the new place you are considering, relocating these people is affordable enough for all of these people? I have to make sure I talk to the chief executive to reduce the amount that each and every trader will have to pay so that everybody will get access to the market and do business and transact business.
The autopsy report of the deceased is expected later this week, while one of the severely injured persons is expected to undergo plastic surgery.
I was at the hospital to check on those people, the victims.
Okay, when you went there, how were they doing?
Yeah, I think they were all doing well. 2 were treated and discharged, and we had about 4 there at the time that I went there. One, I was told by the authorities of the hospital that one will be transferred to either 37 or Kolebu for plastic surgery.
What about the one who unfortunately passed away? Do we have any information about that yet? And maybe who her family members are, for example?
Yeah, I'm in constant touch with the family members. Even this afternoon we spoke. We are getting the necessary documentation so that it could get the post-mortem done. It will be Monday and Tuesday. That post-mortem will be done, and then we'll see how best we will be able to put her in a restful place.
Well, on the evidence of what we see here, one can only hope the traders do not return. But those who do may just incur the wrath of a task force willing to meet defiance with force. Komla Adum, Ashiaman.